We've we've got a banger on our hands. Aside from Freak, it's probably the best casting you can find in. Maybe if Freak was Jat, this would be like the best fucking lineup on the desk possible. Kind of cool. Gonna meet them for champ select though. I didn't actually watch the first two games today, so I don't know what patch we're on. I assume it's 11. Sorry, I assume it's 12.3. So Zeri will still be strong. Corki TF nerfed, but Corki is still playable. Zeri's nerfed. One of the most broken champions on release ever. Team Liquid taking away Rise, which is a really good roaming counter and pretty well positioned in the Xin Zhao. Tryndamere, no Evil Geniuses, have seen both Impact and JoJo play it, so it's a pretty safe ban. Gwen also has a lot of flex potential moving into 12.3, 12.4 as people explore her clear in the jungle. Ban the Hacker Moe, notably, that's their first jungle ban if you don't count the Gwen. And Xin Zhao, Jarvan Lee Sin still on the table. Jarvan sees a lot more value here with the Thresh taken off the table. And notably, Jarvan was a very, very large factor in Team Liquid's victories over Evil Geniuses in lock-in. But instead, we just blind picked the... We're just blind picking Graves with the Tryndamere band. They almost like... It's kind of interesting that you take Gwen off the table, knowing that they're probably going to pick Graves. Notably, that Corki on 12.3 is still playable. They didn't do anything about the poke damage at all. They just only kind of curtailed the package. So, wonder if this is just the Xin Zhao picked up. But that'd be pretty bold. You could probably have priority on the Jinx for Danny. I'd imagine is probably your next best option. Then Team Liquid would be incentivized to go Xin Zhao, and then you break out the counter. And so we're going to Jin, anticipating the Hansama Jinx. Very interesting. Jin allows for a lot of scaling though, so we might see a wild AD pick in response to this and not necessarily the Jinx. But no. Okay, sorry. We're just going to see the Jinx into the arguable counter pick. The Vigar, I don't know, but is a notable counter pick into the Corki. We have good range on him in lane, in the 1v1, and he's pretty good deterring against a package, kind of suicide bombing. So, whoa, we're picking Nard to Graves? For real? Doesn't he just dash out of your ult every time? Am I wrong? Evil Geniuses will probably look to pinch jungle. You can probably bend the Poppy away because it's a really good combo with the Vigor, which opens up your Xin Zhao and the Lee Sin pick. I'd imagine they pinch jungle here. Instead, they're pinching support. Pinching core JJ. They've already banned away his Jace. I wonder if they also banned the Leona as well. Or maybe they could be picking the Leona R4, picking it away, because it's a pretty good handcuff with Jin, and does see a lot of value with the Jinx. Tahm Kench taken away from Jin. It's kind of an interesting angle. Both TK and Jinx are pretty resource dependent, so it's a really, really hard to pull off the Jinx Tahm Kench combo in the bot lane, despite them kind of working well together in team fights. They decided to ban the Jace away, which is, I guess, a ban against Bjergsen, or a nod to possibly flexing Graves. Kind of an interesting choice. Team Liquid will probably look to ban some sort of support next to the Jhin. but instead they ban the Chondo West, which evil geniuses are now pitted against picking Jinzao or picking Leona. So they're gonna pick the Leona. I'll be interested to know what the response is. No, they're actually gonna go to Jinzao. Oh my god. Oh. Team Liquid are gonna feast, I think. Because they just get to poppy you, right? Just go poppy Leona and get counterpicked on support. I'm just gonna go Volibear Leona combo with the Jinx traps, I guess, is their answer. Ooh, we're going Nautilus. Notably, Core2J is really known for picking Nautilus into the Leona matchup, despite a lot of people thinking it's a counter. He said it's a skill matchup, so very interesting. Almost throwing down the gauntlet. Gauntlet? I don't know. But we hovered it on R4, and it's going to come through R5. The Leona pick. Kind of cool. The Volibear pick is kind of interesting. It looks like you'll probably just be diving the Gnar over and over again, is what this screams to me. That's definitely the value I see on my screen. I think the R4 Leona like Jinzao debate was kind of was the highlight of the draft, if not the Graves first picked with Tryndamere Band, which is also pretty cool. So it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. I've been very critical of Impact's Gnar, but it's seemingly he pulls it off every time, including in their first victory when Bwipa went what is it, Hullbreaker Scion in the first game of the season. So I think it'll be an interesting one. I think it will be Team Liquid just because I think with Han Samba, like they're just the super team. But Evil Geniuses certainly have an avenue to outplay her, for sure. So if Gnar doesn't get tower dived, I think Evil Geniuses can pull it out. But I think that's definitely the weakest link, so to speak. But I haven't done this in a little bit. Maybe I'll do some other games tonight and tomorrow. But yeah, appreciate it for sticking through.